Good morning, class 7th. So in last turn I have started a new chapter, that is nutrition in animals. That is your chapter number 2. In this chapter I told you about human digestive system. If you remember, this is human digestive system. It is made up of these many organs. Mouth is helpful in taking the food inside. Teeth help in cutting and chewing the food. Tongue mixes the food with the saliva. Pharynx is the neck region from where the food is brought to the esophagus. Esophagus is known as food pipe. This brings the chewed food to the stomach. Stomach is the organ that stores the food for a lot of time, and it helps in killing the bacteria and digestion of proteins. Then there are some glands present: liver, pancreas, and salivary gland. Liver produces bile juice, which helps in the digestion of fats. Pancreas helps in digestion of carbohydrates, sugar, starch, and proteins, fats. Everything is digested in the presence of pancreatic juice. Gallbladder is the organ that stores the bile juice. Then the small intestine is the part where digestion and an absorption part of the food is done. So in small intestine, so the food is digested with the help of bile juice and the pancreatic juice, and the nutrients are absorbed in the small intestine. Then the food which is being all the nutrients have been once these are absorbed, then this unused food is then passed into the large intestine, where the water, minerals, and other kinds of the nutrients are absorbed. And in the rectum, the food is the waste products are stored, and through the anus the food is passed through the body. So this is the complete human digestive system. You can see it is a little complex than the other living beings. Now, as I told you, today I'll discuss with you this digestion in the other animals. Basically, we are going to discuss about the grass eating animals. These grass eating animals are known as ruminants. Okay, mostly all the herbivores that eat the grasses or the plants, all the grasses and the plants have a special kind of substance that is known as cellulose. Their cells are their cell wall is made up of cellulose. This is a cell, and its cell wall is made up of cellulose. So this substance cannot be digested with everyone. Only some of the living beings, some of the animals are able to digest this cellulose part of the plants, and these animals are mostly known as ruminants. Okay, all the herbivores eat the grasses or the plants. They have some special kinds of the structures that help in the digestion of the food. You might have seen that cow, goat, and buffalo and all the animals, when they sit idle and they have eaten everything, and when they sit idle, then they you see that they are continuously chewing the food. That is that why they are doing this, because once they eat the food, that goes into the stomach, and their stomach is made up of four compartments, that is rumen, reticulum, omasum, and abomasum. I'll show you the diagram, proper diagram, then you will be able to see. This is a cow, and its stomach is little different from the our stomach. You can see this. Its stomach is made up of, this is the complete same thing. This is buccal cavity, this is esophagus, that is food pipe. Then this is complete stomach. See, this one is complete stomach. Its stomach is made up of these many parts, that is rumen, abomasum, reticulum and omasum. Okay, so once the food is coming to this part, after it is being chewed here, then it goes to this rumen part, and in rumen part, from rumen part it goes to the omasum. See this one, omasum, and through the omasum it again goes to the, when the animal has eaten everything, some of the part is still remaining to, so they again bring it back to their mouth and they chew the food again. In this manner, after chewing the food becomes more and more soft, and the cellulose part becomes easily to digest. Then, after chewing it again, it passes the food again to the omasum. Then, from the rumen to omasum, omasum to reticulum, then to the abomasum. After passing through these four chambers, it goes to the small intestine where the food, other components of the food are digested, nutrients are absorbed. Then it goes to the large intestine where the waste products are being formed by absorbing the water and other minerals, and then through the anus the waste products are removed. So there, this is a ruminant. A cow is a ruminant, and it has a special mechanism to digest the cellulose present in the grasses. Okay, so they have four chambered stomach, that is why they are able to digest their food. Now let us discuss one more animal here. It is given in your book. This animal is known as amoeba. Amoeba is actually a very small type of the very small but very tiny. It can only be seen under a microscope. It is a unicellular organism. It is made up of only one cell. So this amoeba has nothing special to digest the food. It doesn't have any digestive system. It doesn't have any digestive system like in case of cows, goat and human being. No digestive system is present in the amoeba. It can only digest the food through the single cell. This is a complete cell. Then how does it takes the food, and what are the steps? See, this animal is found in the water, river and pond and all. And if it has any food, any living being, any small insect is nearby, then it has these structures. You see, these structures are known as pseudopodia. Pseudopodia means false feet. So ingestion, you know the process. Ingestion means to take in the food. So through its pseudopodia, it engulfs the food, and the food is stored in a structure. This structure is known as food vacuole. Okay, this rounded structure is known as food vacuole. Through the food vacuole, the food is stored here, and the digestion part is going on here. In this, some digestive juices are present in the vacuole that digest the food, and after that, all the digested nutrients are absorbed in the cells, and this can be utilized in the body for their activities, like it is running, it is moving, or it is growing in the, its pseudopodia is forming. So that nutrient which is being absorbed here is used here in the assimilation part. Then when all the nutrients are being used, still some of the waste products are present here. Then that waste products will be removed outside the body through any part of the body. Okay, no special structures are present to throw the waste products outside. So this is the egestion part. So in amoeba, the digestion occurs through these many steps, and only in one cell all the things are going on. Now let's discuss what we have learned in this chapter. To quickly, let's summarize the chapter. In this chapter, we have studied about absorption. Absorption means to take in the nutrients in the blood. Amino acids. Amino acids are the simplest form of the protein. Proteins break down to form amino acids. Amoeba, I told you, this is a unicellular animal. Assimilation means to use the nutrients for the different activities of the body. Bile, it is a kind of the digestive juice which is produced in the liver. Buccal cavity, it is the oral part in which mouth, teeth and tongue is present. Canine, it is a kind of teeth which are sharp, and these are two in number. Cellulose, cellulose is a kind of a substance which is present in the plants cells. Digestion, it is a process in which the food is broken down into simple form. Egestion means to remove the waste products. Fatty acids means it is the simplest form of the fats or the oils which we eat. Food vacuole, I just showed you that it is a kind of structure which is present in the amoeba to digest the food. Gallbladder, it is a small structure which hangs from the liver. It stores the bile juice. Glycerol, it is a simple unit of the fats actually break down into the fatty acids and glycerol. These two things can be used by our body for energy purposes. Incisor, these are the first four teeth. These are helpful in cutting the food. Ingestion, to take the food inside the mouth. Liver, it is the largest gland of the body. It produces the bile. Milk teeth, these are the teeth which grow from your infancy to the 8 years age, and these are 20 number. Molar, these are the second last sets of the teeth, and these are 4 in number. These help in crushing the food or grinding the food. Permanent teeth, these grow after the age of 8 and till the adulthood. These are 32 in number. Esophagus, it is also known as food pipe. It takes the food from the mouth to the stomach. Pancreas, it is a kind of gland which is located near the stomach, and it produces pancreatic juice that helps in digestion of proteins, fats and carbohydrates. Premolars are the second last teeth which are 4 in number. I just got confused. Molars are the last 6 teeth, and premolars are the second last 4 teeth. Okay, then pseudopodia, these are the false feet through which the amoeba can move. Rumen, it is the first chamber of the ruminants. Then ruminant, it is a kind of animal that eats grasses. Rumination means to eat the cud means the food, partially chewed food is known as cud, and animals which eat the cud, and this process of chewing the cud again and again, that is known as rumination. Salivary glands, these are the glands located in the upper and lower jaw. These produce saliva that digests the starch. Villi, these are the finger-like projections present in the small intestine. These help in absorbing the nutrients. Saliva, it is a liquid kind of substance that helps in in moistening the food, as well as it digests the starch component of the food in the mouth. So now your chapter is completed. Now I'll give you some exercises and question answers based on this chapter only, and if you have any query, you can ask in the class. Thank you, class.